Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito. I don't have a joke for this week, so that is going to be your joke for the week. That I don't have a joke. My name's Darien.
You're the joke. Is that the joke? Is that what you're talking?
Yes.
All right. I'm your other host, Landon.
Wait, you want to restart real quick? Because I got one.
No.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, this was a good one. I was going to talk about a Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton. Anyway, my name's Darien.
Dang it. My name's Landon.
Today we have a plethora of stuff for you. We got Marvel, we got DC, we got games, you name it, we got it. Let's talk. Landon, how you been? This is the first time recording since our live stream.
Yeah. Went actually better than I expected. A lot of people came on. Great amount of views. I've asked around. People seem to enjoy it.
Let me check the view count that we're at right now. Let's see if there's any update. Maybe we hit a decent threshold. Also, let us know what you think of the new logo. We got that up. And we are currently on the live stream at 101 views.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Yes.
I would actually like to do it more.
I just got... Okay. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Sorry about that. Had some issues. Just a little note. Our stream of the Game Awards is currently not up on YouTube due to it being blocked for copyright reasons. I'm going to get this fixed, and it'll be up shortly, hopefully.
Yeah.
Knowing YouTube, it'll be in the next month.
Yeah.
101 views.
Yeah, that you can't see. Yeah, I feel terrible because I had a wonderful time. Everyone's telling me they loved it, and I'd like to do more sometime soon.
Yeah. But yeah, how's your week been?
It's been good. Got some news this week we will talk about here later. That I am very
a lot of news this week.
Yeah, well,
we gotta make this quicker than last episode with the 1 hour and 59 minutes and 59 seconds.
Yeah, definitely. Good Lord, we barely scratched it. But gaming news, we'll get into that later. Of stuff I'm very excited. I just heard about just now. I'm very excited about. But how about you?
Not much. Game Awards and that's pretty much it. Kind of boring week.
Yeah, same.
News-wise, there's a lot of stuff to get into. Less Marvel, more DC, and we're going to get into it now, just so we don't waste time. The People's Choice Awards happen. I don't have a list of all of the awards that were given out for Marvel, but I do know what was awarded Best Movie of 2022.
What was that?
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness has been awarded Best Movie of 2022. Out of all movies, it beat out The Batman, it beat out Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Look! I am a Sam Raimi fanboy through and through. That was not the best movie of 2023.
It is not. No.
I love that movie.
Mm-hmm. I did see that Elizabeth Olsen won some awards: Best Action Hero and Best something else, Best Performance or something like that. So that did happen.
I'd say fairly deserved.
Yeah, but I thought I'd mention that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really can talk about with the People's Choice Awards because I don't have the list in front of me. But here we go. We got a supposed leak for Avengers of the Kang Dynasty, straight from Daniel RPK, reliable leaker. Came out and said that the, in quotes, first wave of Avengers to attempt to take down Kang in Avengers the Kang Dynasty is going to include a team consisting of Shang-Chi, Sam Wilson's Captain America, and Shuri's Black Panther.
That's something I figured that would.
That sounds like I'd like to see them team up.
It makes sense. I don't know. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that one, I'd say.
Yeah, that's the first little team. I guess they're going to go all throughout time. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know anything about the plot of this other than what we talked about last week. But you can go check out if you want to hear about. Yeah, I thought that was worth noting on there. Olivia Wilde, actress, still attached to direct her Sony Marvel movie, which is rumored to be Spider-Woman. I had no idea this was a thing that was being considered.
I had no idea. Yeah, same here. I had no idea.
Spider-Woman movie.
I mean, hey, I'm down for a Spider-Woman movie.
Yeah. Just like, I don't know what Sony's doing. They're just like throwing out all these like movies, like Spider-Man related movies.
Yeah. I was about to say I like a Miles Morales movie, but I guess we kind of got one already with
yeah, we have one.
Spider-Verse. Oh, wait, dude, next week's episode is going to be awesome.
That's true. Next week's episode will be
our final one.
Our last one for during break.
Yep.
But yeah, Spider-Woman in the movie. So Netflix has released yet another show that has gripped the masses. With Wednesday, the show about was an Addams Family spinoff, right?
Yes.
Well, Marvel Studios has hired the Wednesday director Ganja Monteiro, I may be pronouncing that wrong, to direct Agatha Coven of Chaos. So now I'm going to have to watch Wednesday so I can get an idea of what's going on in Agatha.
Yeah,
how it's going to be.
Good things about it.
Yeah. I still have to see. The girl who plays Wednesday is supposed to be rumored to be playing White Tiger.
I saw a post on Twitter saying some guy said he's waiting on Pete Davidson and her to start painting. And I was all like, God, it's going to happen.
I don't know. He's like 29. She's like 20.
It'll happen.
Okay. Oh, good Lord. All right. We're halfway through the Marvel news now. Not much of it's big news. It's just kind of bits and bobs. Most of the big stuff's in the DC. This isn't really big. We can kind of assume this, but this is confirmation. Paul Rudd is confirmed to appear in more Avengers movies after Ant-Man 3. So at least we know he doesn't die in Ant-Man 3. And it said Avengers movies, plural. So he probably won't die in Kang Dynasty.
He will die in Secret Wars.
Probably. No, I don't know if he'll die at all.
I don't think he will.
Yeah. But it's a little bit of confirmation there. I'm trying to imagine who I would think. I really feel like Star-Lord. I don't know.
I disagree with you, this whole Star-Lord thing.
I think he's gonna die because eventually they're gonna get rid of all of the Guardians and have a new team of Guardians.
Yeah, but ain't gonna be Star-Lord. Star-Lord ain't gonna die.
Star-Lord's not gonna be there. He's either gonna like retire or something.
He might retire, but he ain't gonna die. I don't think he's gonna die.
Well, Chris Pratt will be gone.
That's cool.
We'll get old man Star-Lord as a storyline in one of the Guardians movies.
Hey, I'm into that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Thought I'd mention that though. Paul Rudd confirmed to appear in more Avengers movies after Ant-Man 3. A new report has suggested that Marvel Studios is likely to release fewer movies and series starting 2023 and beyond. And next year, they're going to be releasing less. They're sticking to 3 movies a year, which I think is good. It's not 4, which is what they were doing. 2 was what they originally did, like the Infinity Saga. It's like a little bit more than that, but a little bit less than what they've been doing, which I'm fine with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're going to do series, though. If they're going to like do 2 series a year, 3, maybe like to reduce it to 3 a year.
I'm not too sure what they do.
I'm very movie show.
I think this is. I mean, I'm one of quality over quantity because I don't think anybody would really disagree of Phase 4 being the worst phase of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if we can just get better projects, I'm more than happy with that.
Yeah, and I think that's what their goal is with this new restructuring. But yeah, hopefully this won't mess up news on the show too bad. May have to skip a couple weeks here and there. Maybe no news.
I think everything's gonna run the same. It's just like probably like less extra beef episodes based off brand new MCU stuff. But I mean, I think we will be fine.
At this point, might as well start an MCU watch through.
Yeah, I know, right? So,
but yeah. Next piece of news here is a show that both me and you are pretty much looking forward to. It's got a actor that you are excited to see join the MCU.
Yes.
I don't remember his actor name, but he played Saul Goodman in Better Call Saul. What's his name? Bob Odenkirk. Yes. Okay. Well, Wonder Man, that series by Marvel Studios, has been listed with a release window. We know roundabouts when it'll be coming out. It surprised me. I didn't realize this. 2023 to 2024 season, meaning it'll start late 2023, probably December, and go into 2024.
Wow, that's earlier than I thought it would be.
I know. So it'll be next year.
So we might hear some stuff here real soon.
Yeah. We got some set photos. They'll be filming probably pretty soon. I would think February they would start.
Mm-hmm.
Or January. I don't know. But yeah.
Maybe January. I mean, I don't know. Late 2023, man, they wrap it up and then they have to edit all that. I mean, maybe next month. Honestly.
I mean, January could work. But yeah, that is most of the Marvel news. Now I'm going to go into a speed round. People came out. I don't know who it was that dropped all this big X-Men scoop. But it's a list of 15 projects that were canceled or scrapped because of the Fox Disney merger, and this kind of gives you an idea of what the X-Men franchise was heading towards. This is 50, some of it we'll see. Starting off, X4 and X5. In 2009, Lauren Donner pitched Bryan Singer on doing a sequel of the X-Men original trilogy. Sequels to X-Men: The Last Stand were in active development at Fox, with X4 leading into X5. So, you had X-Men, X2, then The Last Stand. Then they were going to do a sequel trilogy to that. Because, after that, they went into the past, and it was all that.
Yeah.
And they were going to do a sequel trilogy where they had all the older actors, like Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry, all them. But it was, I guess, canned. I don't know, at some point it was canned. It doesn't say when. I guess the Fox merger, I don't know. Or maybe it just got turned down. But yeah, that was that one. A Fox Marvel crossover film. Fox had plans for an ensemble film featuring the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Daredevil, and Deadpool. The plot revolved around a superhero registration act, pitting various characters on opposite sides of the conflict, similar to the Civil War story arc.
That would have been kind of cool.
The Daredevil is Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Oh, so Ben Affleck when it came back? Possibly?
And Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, and the old Fox Fantastic Four from the early 2000s.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, classic. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Is that next? A sequel to The New Mutants was intended to introduce new characters. I haven't seen New Mutants, so I don't know much about this.
I haven't either.
It was intended to introduce new characters joining the team, with each film to explore a different style within the horror genre. The sequel would have included the team facing off against the Hellfire Club. That's kind of cool. I like them. Including Sunspot's villainous father. Hellfire Club, they were in the animated series, I think.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Antonio Banderas, actor, he was going to be cast as Emmanuel da Costa. The subgenre. Now, Emmanuel da Costa is. I don't know who that is. No, I'm looking at it. But the subgenre was intended to be an alien horror film introducing Warlock and Xian Koi Man / Karma, the plot involving an invasion story device. Sacha Baron Cohen was in early negotiations to portray Warlock.
Interesting.
There was going to be a third New Mutants film. It was revealed to be an adaptation of the Inferno comic book story arc, centering around magic and her alternate reality persona as Darkchild in a supernatural satanic horror film. The plot would have led to a crossover with the mainline X-Men movies. A Gambit solo feature film was in active development at Fox, with Channing Tatum set to lead. Tatum later revealed that the movie was delayed at various times because the studio was pushing for an established filmmaker, but the studio did not have faith in his direction. We knew about that already. Yeah. More about Gambit, though. Gambit has been a few months away from principal photography before it was canceled by the Walt Disney Company. The co-directors later described the plot as Goodfellas in New Orleans, similar in style to Deadpool, with elements of a romantic comedy. This one I'm kind of mad about. An X-Force film was in active development with Jeff Waldo to direct a film adaptation of the X-Men spin-off comic book series X-Force. Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool was set to appear in the film.
Man, yeah, we're going to get like a lot of. I don't blame them for using a lot of Deadpool stuff because I mean that was like their most successful thing.
Yeah. You know the X-Men character Kitty Pryde?
Yes.
A Kitty Pryde solo movie was in development at Fox. Tim Miller was announced to direct, and Brian Michael Bendis was hired to write the script. Comic book writer. A film centered around Laura Kinney / X-23 was in development following the release of Logan. James Mangold and Craig Kyle had signed on to the project to write the script.
That would have been good.
Simon Kinberg revealed in 2017 that a film centered around Alpha Flight and Exiles was also in development at Fox. Alpha Flight's the Canadian group of mutants.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks. I do like the Alpha Flight. This is what I kind of am a little bit mad about this. I thought it'd be good. Later in 2017, it was revealed that a film centering around Jamie Madrox, or as we know him, Multiple Man, was in development, with James Franco playing Multiple Man.
God dang.
Yeah, and Alan Heinberg was attached as screenwriter with Simon Kinberg and James Franco as producers. You like the X-Men Origin. You've seen the X-Men Origins movies, right?
All one of them?
Yes.
You see those movies, right? Like, yes, I've seen one of them.
Yep.
The only one. Yes, I have seen it.
I haven't seen many of them. X-Men Origins Magneto was going to be a movie. And it was going to tell the early life of Eric Lyncher and his journey into becoming Magneto. David S. Goyer, who wrote, I think he wrote Batman v Superman and Batman, that podcast of Batman that's on Spotify that we reviewed like an episode of.
Well, then I that would have been kind of a waste of a movie in my opinion. I
got a little bit more to read about it.
Oh, okay.
I'll read this if we can discuss. He was hired to direct the film. Ian McKellen was expected to reprise his role as Magneto in scenes that would bookend the film with a younger actor. So it just showed his origin and also show him in the present as well.
I think that would be kind of a waste of a movie because you kind of see all that in First Class.
Yeah. And you see a little bit of it at the beginning of the first X-Men movie with him as a kid.
Yeah, so it's no point.
Yeah.
I thought that would be kind of a waste.
Here we go. In 2016, Simon Kinberg expressed his interest in having a crossover between the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. Now, this is the Fantastic Four from 2015.
Yeah.
The one with Michael B. Jordan and the bad one.
Yeah.
It would have seen them, the two teams fighting each other over differing ideals. After the failure of Fantastic Four in 2015, the film was shelved. Matthew Vaughn originally planned for a direct sequel to X-Men First Class with a younger version of the X-Men, along with Tom Hardy as Wolverine. And like a younger Wolverine, I guess. However, Fox wanted to rush the storyline and move forward with Days of Future Past instead, which led to Vaughn leaving the X-Men films.
Okay.
And that is the end of the X-Men scoop.
Big scoop.
That's a lot.
I wonder who the heck came across all that.
Oh, it got revealed in some kind of like interview or something. I don't remember. I have to look, but it was going all around. So yeah. And that's the end of the Marvel news.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It feels like a lot, but it wasn't that much.
Yeah.
No. I
just read like 15 things just now.
Yeah, it feels like it wasn't that much, but it was actually a lot. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we're going to English. Move on to DC now. This is a lot. Yeah. I got to get myself ready for this. Okay.
James Goodman smack talking.
That was funny. I don't think I put that on here, but
yeah, there's no reason, but it's all well deserved. So I'm pretty glad he's head of DC.
Yeah. Ben Affleck's Batman will not be appearing in Aquaman 2, despite him filming scenes for the movie. Now we're going to focus. I know you know some of this stuff. We talked about it before the stream. Just so we can, I'm going to focus on each individual thing that. So right now we're going to focus on him not being in Aquaman 2. we're not going to talk about any other Aquaman related things that have come up.
Yeah.
So I don't get myself confused. Okay.
Yeah. Now this was a screening, so we don't know if maybe later they'll add it.
Yeah, this is the second screening. First screening, he was there. Second, he's not.
Yeah. I guess they didn't really want leaks or anything really to come out, but I don't know.
But then this did come out from Hollywood Reporter saying that he's not going to be in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what all this is from. I remember Hollywood Reporter.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't see why he would really have a place in that movie anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm kind of okay with it. I mean, it sucks we're not going to see Ben Affleck's Batman. But, oh well. I don't know what's going on with this next thing. But the news came out about it. Excited about it. But seeing how things... I mean, I could see it keep... I'll read it. No, I'll tell you this. WB is developing a Black Adam spinoff centered around Hawkman. Now, this is confirmed, but we don't know if this is going to stick around or not because of everything going on at DC. I would think it would, or maybe they'll keep the same actor to play Hawkman. I don't know.
It's going back. I would say it just depends on how successful Black Adam was, and we've been hearing different things of it. It was technically a failure. Yeah. Then we hear these other things of no, it was actually pretty successful. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to believe.
What it seems like is happening, James Gunn hasn't fully taken over the slate of DC studios yet. He's head of it, but he's not really. Like, he's got to wait until after all these movies come out. Mm-hmm. I think what's happening is you get the heads of Warner Brothers kind of trying to get their story going, and they're adding like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. But James Gunn's also kind of pushing back on that a bit.
Yeah, like, what the heck? No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, like, we can't do that. That doesn't work. You can't, like, or you guys can't do that. I don't know.
Seems like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
You're trying to, like, just rush everything out before he takes over. Just like, oh, okay. Can we get a Hawkman show to go in before, 2024 or whatever? It's like, I don't know. I think
I want a Hawkman show.
He was awesome.
Well, we don't know if it's a show. It might be a movie, but it's a spinoff. That's all we know. I would assume it's a show though, because they do spinoff shows. Yeah, Wonder Woman 3 is now dead at Warner Brothers. Let me explain why. Patty Jenkins pitched story to Warner Brothers. Let me tell you about the story, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a fantastic story, by the way.
Story would have shown Diana getting Steve Trevor's body and bringing him and reviving him in a Lazarus pit. In the Lazarus pit, led in the League of Assassins, were going to be in the movie. And oh gosh, it's so bad that, like, I don't even want to talk about it. But it would essentially been Steve Trevor coming back for a third time, except he's evil this time.
So stupid.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
This movie would have been... Wonder Woman, the first one was okay. The second one was pretty bad. The only good part was Pedro Pascal's acting, because he acted like a weirdo, and it was kind of interesting to watch. This one I already knew. I was not excited for, because Patty Jenkins is not a good writer.
Yeah, and you like the first one, right?
I said it was okay.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. I didn't like that one. 84, I couldn't finish, and then I'm like super nervous about that Star Wars project she was working on.
I don't think she's doing that anymore. They got canceled.
Oh, really? The Squadron show?
Yeah. I mean, and speaking, this kind of ties into that too. I was thinking about it while you were talking. Apparently, with that show, the Squadron show, he wanted to get Chris Pine to play the main character in that. She's got some obsession with Chris Pine. I don't know what it is.
Clearly does.
But apparently, she contacted him 6 times, and he rejected the idea 6 times.
Hey. I think she... What was that movie with Harry Styles that just came out with Don't Worry, Darling?
Oh, gosh.
Really, the director with that, she was like obsessed with him, with Harry Styles. Apparently.
Weird.
Yeah. Apparently because apparently they like filmed the whole movie with this one guy, and then like once Harry Styles was like, "Oh, I'd like to be a part of that," she like completely scrapped like the one guy and like made Harry Styles the whole star. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's messed up. I didn't know that. Well, yeah, that's why Wonder Woman 3 is dead though, and kind of happy about it. All right. DC Studios is debating whether to cut Henry Cavill's already filmed cameo in the Flash movie.
I feel bad for Henry Cavill, man.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. I'm kind of going to brush past this. We're just saying that he was going to make a cameo in the Flash movie, but it seems like he might not. And I'll get into why in just a moment. But first, let's also get into this next thing. DC Studios is considering having Aquaman 2 be Jason Momoa's final movie as Aquaman.
God dang.
Yeah. But the news came out just after this that the reason behind it might possibly be that because he's getting recast as Lobo.
I guess that's a positive to it.
Yeah. I saw someone post it and I kind of agreed. It was like, you have this actor, and it showed a picture of Jason Momoa. He said, "You own DC. Who are you casting him as?" And had a picture of Aquaman from the comics and Lobo from the comics. You know, Aquaman, white guy, blonde hair. And then you have this super awesome dude riding a bike in space, smoking a cigar. Looked just like Jason Momoa with white skin, like pale white. Yeah. And I was like, I mean, this kind of obvious choice. I don't know.
Mercury said it was racist or something. And everybody's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That Snyder fan? Lord. Oh, Lord. But yeah, I mean, I kind of hope he's like, I honestly think that's what that news was about. Remember that video of him like, he's like, yes, oh my God, or whatever? I think honestly, James was like, hey, we're going to do a Lobo.
I'm so happy I'm not playing Aquaman anymore. I'm going to play Lobo instead.
Yeah, because I think he loved playing Aquaman. I think he absolutely loved it.
I think it was a good.
But he's all like, oh, this one might match me better. You know, because let's say, oh, like Darien, like no joke, like imagine like they casted you in like a Batman movie, right? Mm-hmm. And you were playing Two-Face. Okay, it's like, okay, you know, hey, I'm also playing Two-Face. That's awesome. Then someone, let's say Matt Reeves comes in. It's like, hey, I'm gonna have you play Riddler instead. Like, wouldn't you be like more hyped about that?
Yeah, I'd rather play the Riddler.
Exactly. You know, it's like, oh, I love doing Two-Face, but no, dude, this is, you know, I don't blame him.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like him as Aquaman, even though I don't really have anything to compare him to because we only ever had one live action Aquaman.
Smallville.
Oh yeah. he was only in it for just like a little bit.
Hey,
he probably had like a total of like 5 episodes. It feels like maybe more. You know, actually, now that I think
starting to make Smallville references. That's a problem.
Now that I think about it, maybe more. My bad. I was thinking movies. I wasn't thinking shows. But yeah. Aquaman 2. I mean, Aquaman 2 will probably be the last Aquaman movie for now. But we'll see.
Yeah.
And the reason behind a lot of this, which we still have more to come, is that James Gunn plans to fully reboot the DCU with no baggage left over.
That's good. That's what it needed. I don't know why these DC fans are freaked out. I'm like, dude, this is like
everyone's like
best.
Hashtag fire James Gunn. I've seen a lot of that. I'm like, no. I said this is good. This is like clean slate. Nothing else. No worries. No Snyderverse. No. He's probably going to keep the Gunn verse, his like Suicide Squad, and the Batman stuff. I have a piece of news about that later that we'll get into. Yeah. But all that's probably safe. And maybe Joker too. I think that's safe.
Here's the thing. The Gunverse stuff is going to be interesting.
He's probably going to tie that into to the story. It's going to be like in-universe stuff.
Well, the thing is, you see Ezra Miller's Flash and Peacemaker, and you see...
That's true. I don't know how they're going to do that.
Yeah. James, they better come up with something that's just like...
Maybe that's why he's not doing season 2 of Peacemaker right now. And maybe that story is going to be like, I don't know, or maybe it's just going to be like a reboot, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're in a new, like there's like different actors and all stuff, but they don't notice.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just we notice, they don't.
Yeah,
it's like nothing changed for the characters.
Nothing changed.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm excited though. I think the full reboot is definitely the direction I wanted it to go personally.
I mean, this is. I mean, I'd say this is the best. Like, this is one of those like options. It's like a decision you make.
It's a big. This is a big choice.
It's not. It's not like the. It's a hard decision to make, but god dang, I mean, it's probably the most responsible one to do. You know, like this is probably the best thing that could have happened for DC, and I don't understand the criticism.
Yeah. I mean, does this mean that you're gonna have to recast Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, all of them? Yes. You can keep some actors. I mean, the ones that don't have any controversy behind them, like Henry Cavill Superman. But
he's going to end up merging. I think he's going to merge the Batman into like a bigger world, possible. I don't know.
Well, that's probably up to Matt Reeves. I don't think Matt Reeves would want to do that.
I mean, well, Matt Reeves can just work on Batman. He doesn't even need to like really do anything fully connected.
Yeah, but he'd have to write it to be in like connected universe and all this stuff. And I don't know if he'd want to.
Yeah, he probably won't. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess we'll see. Only time will tell.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up here, more bad news. Remember how we were really excited when Henry Cavill came out and he's like, "I'm back as Superman," and it turned out Man of Steel 2 is happening. We heard, and they were getting a writer and director and all that, and they got a writer, and apparently he pitched the script to Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers did not like it. And now DC Studios is considering scrapping their plans for Man of Steel 2.
Or Henry Cavill. I mean, dude,
I know he quit The Witcher to go back to Superman.
Yeah. As soon as he does that, I wonder. You think he's able? You think he's able to go back?
Probably not. They already cast Luke Hemsworth in the role.
Dang. And I
don't think this is the last time we'll see. Well, James is gonna put out a tweet, and he was like, "I love Henry Cavill Superman." Mm-hmm. And like as a response to someone saying, "I heard you hate Superman. I hated him or whatever." I don't know.
Well, your mother's basement. We got kicked out. That was the best response I've ever seen.
But if he's doing this whole reboot, no baggage, then they're probably not the same actors. Could be, but probably not. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a chance Henry Cavill could come back as Superman under James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't. It's just hard to see them recasting Superman.
I mean, they've done it.
They've done it a lot, but they're saying like
recasting Superman is not like recasting Batman. It's because we've only seen Superman on the big screen 3 times.
Yeah,
Christopher Reeve, Brandon Routh, and Henry Cavill. So this is going to be very. It's not like I don't know. Seeing a new person play Batman is not out of the ordinary as someone else playing Superman. And yeah, I mean, getting someone else to play Superman, you got to pick the right person. You know what I'm saying? This is like the face of hope, and just weird. I don't know.
Yeah. But Man of Steel 2 could not be happening now. I don't know. I know Superman's a big priority for James Gunn. He put out a tweet, which this kind of ties in a little piece of news, so I'll go ahead and get it out of the way. James Gunn stated that Superman is a giant, if not the biggest priority for him in moving forward at DC Studios. And then, so I guess Superman is kind of going to be like their Iron Man.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm guessing the first movie James Gunn's going to put out is a Superman movie. I'm thinking. It'd be smart.
Yeah, that or another I mean, Lord knows.
He also did say that another character he really wants to dive into in his new DCU is Green Lantern.
Yeah.
We're about to get, I hope, this is my hope. I hope we get we get Green Lantern, we get to see his core, all the stuff is actually good. And then we meet the Yellow Lanterns, the Red Lanterns, or get all the Lantern cores. And then eventually you can do Blackest Night and have that epic story because you introduced all of the Lantern cores.
And Green Lantern.
Plus the Lantern cores like a movie done that way. Like I can see James Cameron I did Avatar. He's good cinematographer. Like the look of his films are very colorful. I could see him doing a Green Lantern movie, and it would actually be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I really like him as a person,
make me feel like the dang Lantern Corps is like a real thing.
Yeah, I want it to be a movie that like watching it 3D would be the coolest experience ever.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, there's so many directions it could go with a Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's more.
I mean, it's just Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, Guy Gardner, John Stewart, like all these different Lanterns. Alan Scott. Yeah. You can bring in the JSA Green Lantern, the one that isn't actually a Green Lantern.
I love that one. I mean, dude,
he's the only one, the classic one with the cape.
Yeah.
He's the only one that's not an actual Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that originally. I thought he was, but apparently he's got that ring that like can do that, but it's not like a Green Lantern ring. He made it.
Yeah. I love that. I mean,
he's a good
character. I don't like if they start off with that one, man. Not anything.
Yeah. More. But before we get on to all this stuff, James Gunn did come out with a tweet talking about all these different pieces of news, and his response was, some of it is true, some of it is half true, some of it is not true at all, and some of it they haven't even decided if it's going to be true or not. So some of it is right, some of it is actually happening, some of it is kind of happening, but they've got some information wrong, and some of it's not happening at all.
Yeah.
But I went ahead and put it in here because I don't know.
People need to stop acting like they know.
Yeah.
What the heck they're talking about? Because nobody knows what in the world is going on besides James Gunn and whoever the hell he's working with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And James Gunn and Peter Safran. James Gunn said that they are the only two. Not even Warner Brothers knows what they probably do now. I don't know when they showed off their slate. I don't remember when. But as far as we know, they are the only ones that know what's going on. So all this could be fake.
Yeah. Well, I'm just sick of seeing people on Twitter says James Gunn's going to do this to the DC, and I don't like it. And it's like this barbaric thing where it's like that is not happening. you know.
Let me find that tweet. Here it is. The Den of Nerds tweeted, James Gunn does not like Henry Cavill. This person said, James Gunn, care to debunk this one? He said, sure, false. And then the Den of Nerds came back and said, even more people have reached out to me since you said this to tell me you really don't like him. Just saying what I heard. And then James Gunn said, so weird. You seem so plugged in. Anyway, I just had 40 people reach out to me to say you just got kicked out of your mom's basement. So sorry, man.
See, exactly. I mean, people act like they know what they're talking about. It's annoying. I hate it.
Yeah. Let's move on here to something that I was heard about it and I was like, what? This was happening? And then I heard some plot details and I was like, I don't know. And then I heard something else and I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very roller coaster of a piece of news.
Okay.
A solo Batman movie starring Michael Keaton has been killed at Warner Brothers.
Oh yeah,
we were getting a new. Rumor has it Tim Burton was going to come back to direct it.
Oh God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it would have adapted the Batman Beyond storyline, but what's the one thing about Batman Beyond that makes it different than every other Batman story? Besides Terry McGinnis. Well, yes. But like, what's the appeal towards it? What's the appeal?
It's future.
Yeah. Well, in this version, it was not going to be future. It was going to take place in present time.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's exactly. And here's the other thing. It would have brought back Michelle Pfeiffer to play Catwoman.
What? Are you serious?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm like dead silent. Oh my God. This is
an L. That's what I feel like. I'm kind of upset about this. I think it would have been good, especially Tim Burton putting his whole fingerprints.
It's in the whole. I guess it makes sense present day because I mean, if it takes place in if the movies take place in '89 and all that, so I guess that makes sense. But Man, that would have been awesome if we.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Man.
Yeah, I thought I'd throw that in there. Cancellation. Something we didn't even know about that's been canceled.
I wish I didn't know about it.
And yeah. Here's some news. Just came out yesterday. Black Adam will debut on HBO Max on Friday, December 16th.
That's good.
So this Friday, you guys are hearing this. I will be watching it again. Probably this weekend. I might watch it this weekend. See if it's as good the second watch or not.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah. Next up here, we got some information regarding more Henry Cavill Superman stuff prior to Henry Cavill's Black Adam role, because he showed up in the post-credit scene. For those of you who do not know, sorry for spoiling that, but it's been out for a while.
Yeah.
DC Films were reportedly planning for Henry Cavill's Superman comeback to occur in a Crisis on Infinite Earths inspired movie event.
Huh.
They apparently, even though we heard that they didn't have plans at all to bring him back, but now this is coming out. I don't know. I think Crisis on Infinite Earths 2 is like way too early to do that.
Way too. I mean, hey, DC was best for rushing things.
That's true. Like, I mean, CW did Crisis on Infinite Earths, and it was built up from literally like the first season of The Flash, like that early on. It took like 8 years of constant like episodes and seasons, and all these different shows tying in to build up this one event. In the very first very first season of The Flash, you hear, "Oh, Flash vanished, missing in crisis," and like red skies and red lightning and all this stuff, and that they try the whole show to try to stop that from happening. You got to fix the timeline, all this stuff, and crisis happens. The red skies, the red lightning, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And see, they built that up perfectly, and it was great. It was really good. They don't think DC movies have built up enough to even get to a crisis point yet.
I mean, dude, we got Batman versus Superman
before we got a normal Batman movie.
Yeah, that, and I mean, really, Superman died and then banged the second movie.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it.
And they brought him back in the next one.
And we got a Justice League movie after like 4 films.
Yeah.
No. And not.
I can't wait to see what James Gunn does with the Justice League. I can't. It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much better than what we got now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. By far.
Yeah. Here's some more Aquaman 2 news. Amber Heard's scenes in the movie have not been cut out or reduced. He still stays the same. Despite what we heard like last year or earlier this year, whenever it was.
Where they're like all like cut out or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it was like one piece or something.
Yeah, apparently is not the case. Thought I'd throw that in there. Also, Willem Dafoe is not going to be in the movie. Or someone else isn't going to be in the movie either. I can't remember who.
Is it Patrick Wilson? Or no. He was in it during the DC Fest.
Yeah. It was Netflix Batman. That was the other one. Never mind. Yeah. Willem Dafoe. Not going to be in the movie. Playing what? Who did he play?
He played like that one guy. I don't even know his name.
That one guy. It's something Aquaman's uncle or something. I don't remember.
Yeah. Aquaman's his dad? No, it's not his dad.
No, uncle's uncle then. I know they were related.
I don't remember them being related. Maybe they are.
I don't know.
It was like the guy, it was some guy. It was like his Yoda. I remember him
Willem Dafoe is Aquaman's Yoda.
I mean, I don't know. That's kind of what he was, right? He like
a little bit.
Like told him some lessons. I don't know. He's like, you got to be the king, and Aquaman's like, I don't know if I can do that. And he just tells him to try. He's like, oh, okay. That's kind of that's what Willem Dafoe does in that movie.
Yeah. I thought I'd throw that in there, and I'm going to attempt to do a segue here. Tell me how I do. Speaking of Yoda, oh gosh, I messed it up. I give up. I'm supposed to say it.
Well, you did awful.
Yeah, I was going to try to do like, speaking of Yoda, not happening. Black Adam 2 is. I was going to try to say the Black Adam 2 is not happening.
Oh god. Speaking of Black Adam 2 is not happening.
But they could
just stuck with it and not realize. And I would have been like, I would have lost it. I'm like, what we got there?
Black Adam sequel is now unlikely to happen based off all of what's going on in DC. Which is a shame. I mean, the first one was pretty good.
Yeah. One part that sucked was like the family. They just focused on it a bit too much, but wasn't bad at all.
Yeah. And I think a sequel would have been fun, but I get it. I mean, will Dwayne Johnson come back as Black Adam? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he's still trying to like take this with it by the reins. Like he's got control of it, but he doesn't. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on. I think something's going to be kind of fallout between Dwayne Johnson and James Gunn. We'll see. Speaking of Dwayne
Johnson wants to take control.
Speaking of him, he stated in an article and an interview that all of this new DC report is, quote, all noise.
Which one?
He says that it's not true. I don't. I'm so conflicted. There's so much conflicting information that I don't know where to go.
maybe this is the DC universe. Just all of us going. All of us.
Maybe the DC universe is the news we've gotten along the way.
That's the DC. Yes, that was the DC universe. So we got on.
I don't know, man. It's annoying.
Very. I mean, you see what I'm talking about now? It's like I don't understand. Like I don't want to hear a person say I know exactly what they're doing, because nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah. All right. Next up here is our first look. We're going to talk about our first look at Joker 2.
Oh yeah, him getting shaved.
Yep. We got a picture posted by Todd Phillips. Confirmed because they just started filming.
Yeah.
And it is a picture, I got it up here, I'm looking at it, of Arthur, all skinny looking like he was in the first one, leaned over, and he's being shaved by an Arkham guard. It says Arkham, I think, on his shirt, but it's kind of blurry, so.
Yeah.
Hard to see.
I'm very, very excited for this movie.
I am too. I think it's going to be good. I pity the man who is tasked with shaving the Joker.
He's going to kill him. He's going
to take that razor and slit his throat with it.
Yeah, he's going to shave him. Exactly what's going to happen.
Exactly. Joker 2.
If I say I hate people, they say they know what they're talking about. And I just say, I was like, oh, this is definitely going to happen. I hate it. Lord. Yep. I am excited for Joker 2. When does that come out? December next year?
Yeah, sometime in 2024, I think.
Excuse me?
Didn't they say 2024 for Joker?
I hope it's not.
Yep, 2024.
How is it?
October 4th, 2024.
Dang, that sucks. All right,
that's a long time to wait. 2024 is a year for movies, though, and that's when James Gunn's DCU starts.
Yep.
Apparently, Robert De Niro is supposed to show up in this movie.
I thought he died.
I did, but he's listed in the cast. You know, Google Cast, though. I don't know.
Yeah,
most of these people are ones that are going to be in it, but I don't know. Guess we'll see.
Maybe a flat. Maybe it shows like a scene or something. I don't know. Like him like shooting him. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I kind of mentioned this earlier. I'd say it now. We got news that the Batman 2 is safe, despite the ongoing changes at DC Studios.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's still happening.
That's good news.
Yeah. No news about the spin-offs, but I assume those will be still like the Clayface, Scarecrow, Professor Pig things. I assume in the Arkham show, and the Penguin show is still going. I know they're releasing that. They're filming that right now.
Yeah.
Or they're getting ready to. I assume all that's safe. I think most of the stuff in this universe, and like I said, in the Suicide Squad universe, is safe.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it'll still exist in its own separate thing. But then you'll have the mainline DC story as well. And who's to say that the Batman, like Robert Pattinson's Batman, won't cross over eventually one day for like a crossover movie or something?
Yeah. I get behind that.
Yeah. But yes, Batman 2 is safe. This came out, and I don't know if it's true or not. I'm gonna read it, but if it's not, I a grain of salt. That's all I'll say. Came out that a live-action adaptation of the legendary Batman comic The Dark Knight Returns, starring Matt LeBlanc, is rumored to be in the works. Matt LeBlanc is an actor. I think he played in Friends. I don't know. Here, I'm gonna send you a screen. I'm gonna send you a picture of him. And you tell me this guy looks familiar.
They spells that LAB.
Oh, I just sent you a picture of him. Matt LeBlanc is this guy.
He plays. Hold up. God,
I don't remember his name.
He plays Joey.
Yeah. Well, he is rumored. He was rumored to be starring in the movie. The movie is rumored to be in the works itself. It'll not be connected to James Gunn's cinematic movie universe.
Huh.
This could be. See, now this news might not be true, but I thought I'd read it anyway. I don't know who he'd be playing. I guess he'd be playing Bruce Wayne.
Honestly, I hope not. I'd actually rather him play Joker.
I could see that.
I'd rather him play Joker.
Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, I thought I'd read that. Just a little bit of news about that. And finally, last piece of DC news here. This one is exciting for me. In a recent tweet, DC Studios co-chairman and CEO James Gunn was asked a question, and he answered with this. Person asked, "Is Green Arrow still one of your favorite heroes?" Fingers crossed. The question was. And James Gunn answered, "Yes, I dressed up as him as a kid all the time. I made my own hats." We are about to get, we gotta get classic Green Arrow based off that. Like I think we might get Green Arrow with the like Robin Hood hat and everything.
Ollie will be happy.
I will be happy. This is all.
I don't care. I don't care what you think.
I just want a Green Arrow movie, and now that we have the chance for that.
Yeah. Well, hey man, if it comes true, that's good. I like Green Arrow.
Yeah. Get him a little Robin Hood outfit.
Yeah, he has to wear I'd say something we can guarantee with James Gunn is that we will get like pretty comic accurate suits.
Yeah, and we know that Green Arrow exists in his James Gunn's Suicide Squad universe because they mention him in Peacemaker.
They do? I don't remember.
Yeah. It was right before in the last episode. It was right before they were getting ready to charge into barn where the giant cow was or whatever, the weird thing. And they were out there, and it was Economos and it was Economos and Vigilante.
Yeah.
And they mentioned something about Green Arrow, and then because they were having a conversation about how Peacemaker keeps making up these rumors about superheroes and Aquaman with the fish and all this stuff. And he was like, "Oh yeah, well I heard Green Arrow goes to My Little Pony conventions or something like that, and dressed as like the back half of a pony." And Economist was like, "Oh, I heard that rumor was true." And so they mentioned Green Arrow. It was like a one sentence thing.
You think that's
took a long time to describe that. Hey, I don't know. It'll be true. It's just a rumor.
It's not a rumor.
Okay. And that's the end of the DC news. Gaming. We have a few things.
Big stuff.
We're going to start with the biggest thing, Game Awards wise, superhero related. That is, we only got two things the whole time. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League had a little trailer, sneak peek, teaser. I don't know what you would call it. Doesn't really seem like a trailer. It was like a clip of the game.
Yeah.
And it's Suicide Squad. It starts off with a pan up to a Batman like cutout. There's like silhouette, and you hear the Arkham Asylum music playing, which is cool.
Yeah.
And it looks like an Arkham Asylum haunted house.
Yeah.
I think is what it was. When I rewatched it, I thought it was the actual Arkham Asylum, but then I rewatched it and I was like, well, when they come in, there's like a city outside. It looks like a haunted house.
Yeah.
Or like maybe a museum. I don't know. But They in there. They've taken down this after they've taken down the Flash. I think the Flash is the first boss.
You think so?
I think so. So they've taken out Flash. They're looking around. You see Deadshot, King Shark, Harley Quinn, Boomerang.
Yeah.
And Boomerang has Flash against the wall, and he's like, "Oh, I've waited so long to kill you with this." He's holding a boomerang. So I mean, Captain Boomerang, Flash, arch enemies, and he cuts he cuts Captain Boomerang's Captain Boomerang cuts Flash's finger off. It's late. I'm tired. Yeah. He cuts his finger off, and he keeps trying to pick it up, and Flash is falling. It's kind of a funny moment. And then Deadshot comes over and says something to Captain Boomerang. And then he says, "Wait, shush." And they look around. A cop comes running from the darkness from the intensive treatment area, which is like the big sign up there, glowing red. And he runs, and then you hear a grapple, and something flies past the screen. And they're like, "Oh," Harley says, "Oh, Bruce." And, this takes place after Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
And so everyone knows that Batman's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, you're still hiding in shadows to scare the crap out of us criminals, huh?" And then King Shark looks scared. She was like, "Don't worry, Batman doesn't kill people." And the cop's body drops, and he's like, all of his limbs are broken. He's still alive. You can hear him making noise, so he's not dead. Yeah. But is there?
Is he not? I'm like, what? Well, you sure? Because you hear him going like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then Harley's like, "Are you okay?" Yeah. Batman drops from the stage. He's got a new suit. Yeah, it is Bruce. I saw his chin. I was like, "That's his chin." I know that chin. I've seen it a lot. He's got the purple eyes, so Brainiac's taking control of him, and he's got a new suit. It's very much. I looked at it, and it's got like the bat symbol has an outline around it, and I don't know what color it is. Yeah, it might be yellow, which I mean, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. It looks like kind of a different shaped bat symbol too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to see it like a good picture of it. It's probably better than the Gotham Knights bat suit. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, it already does.
But he has a device in his hand, and he presses a button, I guess to blow up a bomb. I recognize that from somewhere.
Some people think it's the dang. Okay, so I heard two theories. They say it looks like that diffuser from Arkham City. And I'm hearing other people say it's that dang. It's actually the bomb that's on the collar of like the Suicide Squad team.
Oh gosh, that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
The part about this that freaks me out. Let me finish the trailer before I say this.
Yeah.
Batman shows Batman, screen cuts to black, and you hear the voice. And when I say the voice, you know the voice.
The voice.
He says, Kevin Conroy saying, "I'm vengeance, I'm the night, I am Batman." And then it comes up and says, "Thank you, Kevin." And Jeff Keighley comes on, and he's like, we lost Kevin Conroy last month, and it was sad after 30 years of him voicing the character. He said he's proud to announce that Kevin Conroy will return to play Batman in the Arkhamverse one last time in Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. And I could not express my happiness enough.
Yeah.
So
once we get the stream up, it's truly an amazing reaction. Me, you both being like very, very excited. Hopefully get that stream back up and cut out the pieces so people can go directly to that.
Yeah. Let's see. What was I going to say about it? So we're gonna have to fight Batman.
Yeah, I don't want to.
No, either. We're gonna get whooped. He's gonna pull that circle, square thing.
Oh yeah,
that beat down. Oh, it's over.
That's right. That triangle square.
Okay.
That triangle circle. Golly, break my bone. Golly.
Jeez. So yeah, I guess this confirms that. I mean, it was up for interpretation. The ending of Arkham Knight.
Yeah. I knew Ed, but the end of Arkham Knight was like a bit confusing.
Mm-hmm. Like, what was the deal with that nightmare Batman thing? Was that? Yeah. I guess that was Scarecrow imagining that or something. I don't know.
Or Bruce using fear toxin to kind of still.
Yeah, maybe. Because everyone thinks Batman's dead. I'm excited. I know you weren't. I'm gonna clown you for a second because you were more excited for Gotham Knights than you were the Suicide Squad for the Justice League.
To be fair, as soon as I saw gameplay for Gotham Knights, I was like, I don't know about this. Let's be fair now. But yeah, I was.
It's still a thing.
For a while, I was. That is the truth. I was more excited because I was just like, I don't play as a Suicide Squad. I don't play as
I'm happy. I can say this. I've read a lot of Suicide Squad comic books, and I'm kind of happy that they're becoming a little bit more like you mentioned the Suicide Squad, and more than a couple people will be like, "Oh yeah, I know them," just because of the movies and stuff.
That first movie just sucked so hard.
Yeah, but everyone saw it because of Harley Quinn.
I was just yeah, that's the only reason why I think got popular.
Yeah.
Man, it's
pretty bad.
Yeah,
but Suicide Squad Kill Justice League comes up May 26th of 2023. I'm excited. I will be buying this. I think this might be a day one for me because I might get spoiled on it if I don't get it.
You said May or March? May. Dang, is it? You sure it ain't March?
Yeah, it's May 26th. Because when he said it, I was like, hey, it was like a day before we graduated in this year. I remember that. But yeah, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Hellboy game. I don't know what it's called, but we're going to talk about it. I don't remember much about it either. We don't really talk about Hellboy that much here. But the game is called Hellboy Web of Weird.
Huh, okay. That's a title.
The Web of Weird. Weird is spelled WYRD. I don't think it's word.
Huh.
I think it's weird. Yeah, it's an animated game. Gameplay looked fun.
Yeah. Looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks like a comic book. I
don't know much about Hellboy. I'll be honest, but I am seeing this game alone makes me want to watch the movies and read the comic.
It'll be playable on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. It's a roguelite action-adventure with an original story. When an agent goes missing, Hellboy investigates. Prepare for a monstrous toe-to-toe brawling.
Yeah. Should be good.
Developed by Upstream Arcade and Good Shepherd Entertainment. And that's all we know.
Okay.
Thought I mentioned that, though. Spider-Man. Let's see. Spider-Man 2 stuff.
Oh, do you want to do that? Or are you Marvel's Avengers first?
Gaming. What do you got for gaming?
Oh, I'm starting out. Okay. I thought I'd be nice and let you take the lead.
I was like you, Spider-Man. That's like your.
Oh, okay. You're giving me the honors to talk about for Spider-Man 2 news after, what is it, 13 months?
Yep.
Or no, 14. No, it'd be 14 because hold up, September, October, November, December. So 15 months. Okay. So recently, Najee Jeter, person plays Miles Morales in Spider-Man 1 and 2. Or sorry, Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, and soon upcoming Marvel Spider-Man 2, has said that we're not going to end off the year dry. You know, something similar to that, saying we are going to get some news here soon. Everyone's all like, what is that supposed to mean? Just, I'd say about an hour ago, PlayStation UK, on their web store, you can wishlist Marvel Spider-Man 2 on there now. So something's going to happen. Don't know what. Don't know when. But something's happening. What do you think this could possibly be? A new state of play? Show new gameplay? A new trailer gear to drop? What could this be?
I think we're gonna get. I don't know. What normally comes first, a story trailer or a gameplay trailer?
I say usually gameplay.
We got a teaser trailer already, so I'm not going to count that as a teaser. So you said what gameplay?
I'd say.
Story. I don't know which one.
I'd say story trailers usually come out later, but I'd say another trailer would. I don't.
I think it'll be either story or a gameplay trailer.
I can't see. I would like gameplay. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what to expect. It depends on how they announce it. If it just drops, it's a story trailer. If it's this whole thing of like a state of play happening, then it's gameplay. Next week's going to be pretty big for Spider-Man. We got Cross Spider-Verse trailer and maybe something this upcoming week. We don't know, but from the way it's looking, it's going to be this week.
This is what you've been waiting for, an episode that focuses almost solely on Spider-Man.
Yeah, and
we haven't had that kind of episode since before No Way Home. With all those leaks.
And Marvel Spider-Man 2, I'm looking at it right now. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is trending like wildfire.
Well, I mean, now is the perfect time to drop something. I think right before Christmas is perfect. That's where we're at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ready for some Marvel's Avengers news?
Yeah. Let's name off whatever's new in the marketplace and stuff, and then we'll talk about the article. I got the article pulled up.
Yes. Well, new in the marketplace is the Captain America comic book skin. I did buy it because I like it. It's a great skin. I hope everyone else. I don't know. I hope everyone else gets it and they make skins like that for everyone.
That would be nice. Would be nice. Is that everything?
Yeah, that's it.
And Cosmic Threat is back. And it's Winter Soldier, still triple XP for Winter Soldier, and triple XP for Captain America, and there's a sale for Captain America in the shop.
Also a sale for takedowns.
Yeah. Do you want me to just read through this article? All right.
Yes.
Here we go.
It's a lot.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Since its reveal at E3 in 2019, Marvel's Avengers has seen a deluge of negative press. Conceived as a Destiny-type live service looter with an original narrative based on the Marvel Comics IP, the title received high-profile criticism for several core creative decisions ranging from its grounded design aesthetic to its disconnection from the Marvel Cinematic Universe series of films. That's kind of stupid, but...
Yeah.
A flurry of patches in the weeks after launch to alleviate what was described proudly in one case as, quote, over 1,000 issues did little to rebound Avengers' poor reception, with developers citing the COVID-19 pandemic and difficulties transitioning to work from home as primary issues affecting the game's development. The situation continued to worsen as 3 post-launch content updates missed announced release dates by 2 months, 5 months, and now 25 months, with the long-teased cloning lab raid finally arriving. Cloning lab raid finally arriving on. That's a weird way to say that. Arriving on November 29, 2022. Cloning lab set finished but was deemed unsuitable for release as a result of underlying networking issues and persistent bugs that left Marvel's Avengers players unable to complete objectives or otherwise progress when playing online. Problems uniquely exacerbated by Cloning Lab's length when compared to the game's other fare and its status as a multiplayer-only activity. Avengers utilizes Crystal Dynamics' proprietary Foundation engine, which developers tell me now Miller is writing this, I think.
Yeah.
He says developers tell me has accrued massive tech debt after generations of augmentation and retrofitting the engine for online multiplayer finally brought it to its knees. The Tomb Raider project, currently in development at Crystal Dynamics, utilizes Unreal Engine 5, a heel turn for the studio, known in part for its signature in-house tech dating back to 1998's Gex, Enter the Gecko. That's a game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen that game.
Avengers lead engineer Till Brenner described Foundation during a bittersweet panel at Unreal Fest 2022 as something content side developers struggled with specifically, and that new hires required significant training and expertise to tackle, a sentiment echoed by senior technical designer Alicia Thayer and lead technical artist Alyssa Reuter. Behind the scenes, Avengers developers consistently struggled with a lack of available resources to tackle key technical challenges. It's a lot to read.
Yeah.
Let me hydrate real quick. I'm gonna say a phrase that Lana doesn't do. I'm gonna wet my whistle.
Ooh. I hate it.
All right. Here we go. Requests for additional team members were routinely denied while unfeasible deadlines loomed, which saw crucial work either being passed off to the now defunct Square Enix Montreal for free, as one source tells me, achieved after grueling amounts of unpaid overtime, or simply not done as was often the case. Disputes over internal employee review scores and subsequently lost bonuses further sunk the dwindling team's morale, leading to many of the developers not siphoned off to other projects, leaving the studio. Avengers is today helmed by former Marvel Heroes Omega developer and self-prescribed Marvel fan Brian Wagner, who assumed the position after lead designer Felipe Darien allegedly moved over to Perfect Dark around the release of Avengers War for Wakanda expansion. Wagner has shepherded Avengers from one controversy to the next, from resenting on a promise not to include pay-to-win scenarios in the game's marketplace to a public dressing down from the studio after apologizing for a decade-long string of tweets featuring, among several other topics, his opposition to gay marriage and his thoughts on, quote, blacks killing blacks. Sources tell me that Wagner's time at Crystal Dynamics will end with Marvel's Avengers and that the studio was already in preparation to sunset the title in 2023 when the scandal erupted. An ironic final chapter for a game that was once the subject of a collaboration with the Ad Council on their Emmy Award-winning Love Has No Labels diversity PSA campaign. I'll read this next part right here and we'll kind of dive into this little piece of news. Studio leadership at Crystal Dynamics has apparently long maintained 3 to 5 years as their target for Marvel's Avengers lifespan post-launch, and it would seem they are on track to meet that goal, however barely. As of now, I am told there are no plans for content in 2024.
Oh. God dang it.
Next year is the final year.
As far as we know, unless Jesus comes.
Yeah.
He ain't coming for no more.
Nope.
God dang it.
Yeah. This past year has been a disappointing one for fans of Marvel's Avengers, with every update bringing its unique caveat. March's introduction of a new player onboarding tutorials left major story beats hidden behind mandatory spoilers. June saw Jane Foster's introduction as a playable character, only for her to arrive with no contribution to the ongoing narrative and as a nigh-carbon copy of Thor's existing gameplay. September's release of the No Rest for the Wicked mission was met with criticism over its plainly visible lack of polish, with data mining revealing major cut story beats and shipped-in game flavor text pointing to content that is simply not there. November brought the Winter Soldier into the fray after months of assurances that the next character would not lift from the existing ones as Jane did, which was categorically untrue.
Mm-hmm.
Whether 2023 will see another character added to Avengers roster remains to be seen as the situation develops. What should give some comfort to fans hoping for a final hurrah is the audio that appears in the game's latest patch of Zara Fazal's Jane Foster, acknowledging 4 currently unannounced heroes during combat. This is where it's probably going to divide a lot of people.
This is going to be the biggest L.
Captain Marvel.
Yay.
She-Hulk.
Awesome.
Shuri. Ironheart.
Ooh. Look, I'm going to get Shuri or Ironheart. But dang.
All 3 clones and a new character. Which will probably be a clone of Iron Man, knowing how they do this.
Like, I'm annoyed. Like, y'all couldn't do like Scarlet Witch or like anyone just like Doctor Strange. Like anyone just any cooler.
You know how many players Scarlet Witch would have brought back in? Doctor Strange.
I know. Like why go for these like really lame ones? I mean, She-Hulk's great. Captain Marvel's great. I like Shuri. I like Ironheart. But here's the thing. If they're going to do a clone for Iron Man, okay, whatever. Why not the one everyone's been requesting, like War Machine?
Yeah.
Why not him? And why not Scarlet Witch? Literally, clone of Iron Man, do War Machine. Okay. Do She-Hulk. Because they have a lot of work for her. Because that's like somewhat clone, but somewhat not. Then you got, I mean... If you're doing Black Panther clone, do Shuri, fine, whatever. I don't agree with it. I think Scarlet Witch would have been a better choice for Doctor Strange. Then Captain Marvel to round it off, and I'm telling you, man, a lot of people came back and could have gotten maybe one more year in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. let me continue here. The absence of She-Hulk specifically has long haunted Marvel's Avengers, with multiple accidental confirmations this past year of not only her presence in the pipeline, but also the identity of her voice actress, Jazia Bajos. Sources tell me that She-Hulk was in active development in late 2021 by mostly external partners and was shelved when Avengers shifted entirely in-house under Wagner, a byproduct of the existing long-term strategy being overhauled. The intention was to resume work on the character at a time when the team had sized up and could support development at a scale large enough to create wholly original gameplay, after a period of smaller content drops and onboarding improvements to demonstrate the title's worthiness of further capital injections. Suffice to say, this did not come to pass. In a time when Cyberpunk 2077 of all games bears the Game of the Year edition subtitle, it seems like a waste to abandon a project that is as filled with potential as Marvel's Avengers. It has lauded action combat, award-winning acting, and a unique spin on the biggest IP across multiple mediums. And now it finds itself under the Embracer Group stable, a doubtlessly better fit for the title than its previous home. But what it never had was a stable footing. No win without an accompanying loss, no milestone reached without some uproar materializing, and no patch without a new game-breaking bug. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Even Party City have resorted to selling their remaining stock of tie-in Halloween costumes under the name Avengers Endgame. Poetic in a way. That's the end of the article.
Yep. I really wanted the No Man's Sky treatment to this game. Darren, I want to see a documentary on that, because that was, you want to hear the crazy story? It's the whole No Man's Sky. It was insane. I'm so upset, man. Really disappointed.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
But I mean, I'm gonna play it to the fullest, man.
Yep, and I don't know how they're gonna do it after. Like once it finishes, like are they gonna? Is it just gonna be there? When are they gonna shut the servers down? Like,
Lord knows. Lord knows if they don't shut it down like the following year.
Oh gosh,
into 2025 or something.
Sorry, I just read this guy on Twitter, and he said Arkham Batman is far and away the most terrifying Batman adaptation, in my opinion, beating out some of the ones that actually kill people. So making him a boss battle in Suicide Squad is kind of a stroke of genius. I'm going to be gripping the controller and fearing for my life the entire game.
Yeah, sounds perfect.
It does. I thought I'd read that. Also, this is also gaming related, but not. Sources that PlayStation Studios is interested in a sequel to PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale thanks to their acquisition of Evo.
Mm-hmm.
Characters like Crash, Aloy, Deacon, Ellie, Joel, Spyro, and more are planned for the sequel, alongside all characters from All-Stars.
Okay. Sounds perfect.
Sly and Crash in the same game? Sorry.
Hey, I'm gonna be a Crash man.
No, I'm gonna be Crash and a Sly man. You can't be either of those two.
I can't play the first game I ever played. I can't be Crash.
No. Yeah, you do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do two of the most opposite characters. I'll do Kratos and Sly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you I can do Crash and
God Killer and Jewel Stealer.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah. It sucks. Marvel's Avengers, not the game. I mean, well, the stuff happening right now sucks.
Yeah.
The game sucks sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, it's about time.
Not even a
sad news.
Yeah. Wish we didn't end it on a sad note. I'll end on a happy note. I'm doing another Detroit Become Human stream tomorrow. Maybe tonight. If I'm feeling up to it. I don't know.
Have fun.
It is fun. I just did one yesterday. It was good. Yeah, but we can go ahead and this up. Thank you all so much for joining us this week. Had a lot of news. We got through it semi-quickly. If you have any questions, comments, corrections, or concerns, you can contact me on Instagram at DarienH4404. That's DARIENH4404. Or on Facebook at the Comic Book Burrito official page. Or on Instagram at the Comic Book Burrito _official. Or on Twitter at the CB Burrito, capital C, capital B, capital B in Burrito.
Yeah, you can contact me at Spider_Landon on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Happy to talk to anyone and, tell you are wrong. Just always
He does that a lot.
insulting people. Yeah, stop. I'm just always insulting people. I love everyone.
That's true. Yes. Heads up, Wednesday, extra beef, phase 4 ranking. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get to work on that probably right after we get off here. Write my stuff down. So be on the lookout. And with that being said, let's go ahead and head out of here. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Excelsior!